What's going on, everyone? My name is JTBSpartan, and today I have a brand new video for you all. So today I'm going to be telling you guys really how and why I got into YouTube. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a very long time, and in it I'll be giving you guys some insight into basically how my channel works, who all influenced it, my friends, and other little known facts about my channel. One reason I've always loved the internet is because wherever I go, be it iFunny, Reddit, or YouTube, I always put little pieces of my past, my belief structure, and my personality into pretty much every comment and post. I can't think of anyone else who can paint a better picture of who I am. However, today I'll be putting pretty much everything together and tell you the story of JTBSpartan. As far back as I can remember, I believe my history with video games started around 2005 when my cousins gave us their PS1. It came with games like Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX, Hot Wheels Turbo and Extreme Racing, Spyro the Dragon, and last but certainly not least, 3 Crash Bandicoot games. My brother and I would always play Crash Team Racing and Hot Wheels Extreme Racing any chance we got, but as the years went on, Nintendo took over our time instead. Within 3 short years, my brother and I would receive not one but 2 Game Boy Advance SPs, a Nintendo DS for each of us, and a Nintendo Wii. Between 5th and 6th grade was when I first started learning more about what YouTube was and the kinds of content it had. As you can tell, back then it wasn't as big of a part of my life as it is now. I think the first videos I remember watching were Mario Kart Wii shortcuts, really cool Lego mazes and machines, and basketball trick shots. The Legendary Shots and Dude Perfect were 2 of my favorite YouTubers for the longest time, and to this day, they still have been. One thing to make a note of is that growing up, my brother and I loved Lego stop-motion videos. Our personal favorites were Mission Impossible themed or minifigures going through mazes. Whenever we went to Best Buy, we'd hop online and browse the internet until our parents told us to leave. That being said, my mindset on YouTube changed completely when I uploaded my first ever video in December of 2010. One night my mom had a couple of her friends over for Stampin' Up, and my brother and I were left to our own devices. I borrowed my brother's camera and a Lego game board he received as a birthday present and went to work. The plot was pretty simple. A Lego stormtrooper infiltrates a museum, shoots at the exhibits made of bowling pin-shaped characters, and unfortunately gets surprised and eaten by a minotaur guarding the place. 2 painstakingly long hours of moving the character a space forward and taking a picture went by, and by the end of the night I felt satisfied with my work. The next morning my dad and I uploaded it to YouTube using the song Bodies by Drowning Pool as a soundtrack. I didn't know how successful the video had become until my parents showed it to my cousins about half a year later while we were on vacation. During that time, that small project of mine had been viewed over 10,000 times. Today, the video has 12,150 views, making this the most successful video I've ever made. Despite how hard I try, I don't think it's possible to recreate that success. High school is when I really started getting into YouTube. Flash forward to 2014, my freshman year. My school issued each of the students laptops, and I was excited to see what all I could do. However, I found that gaming was one of the easiest things a student with a small budget and a lot of storage could do. I downloaded a ton of games, some of which appeared to be free but were actually computer viruses. I tried making my own channel named JCreeps, inspired by my cousin's Minecraft username and the creeper face logo. I used Screencast-O-Matic to record videos, which I do not recommend by the way, and uploaded gameplay of Flash games I found online. A few of my good friends, who you'll know in a little bit, were some of my first subscribers and actually had successful channels of their own. Unfortunately, I had to delete the channel because of the atrocious amounts of dislikes my videos received. I decided to start over, rebranding myself a number of times, but with hardly any luck. My second channel, Phoenix Games, was deleted because hardly anyone watched my videos. One channel I made, JBatch15, gained hundreds of hits per video, and I wish I could have recaptured that milestone. I believe I ended that channel with over 1,000 total views and 22 subscribers. Finally, in my sophomore year of 2015, I created the channel JTBSpartan. So far my channel has around 800 views and 31 subscribers, and honestly, I'm happy with the result and what my channel has become. History/exposition dump aside, the next thing I want to talk about is who inspired me to make my channel in the first place. Before I go any further, I want to explain one thing I've come to know about how I record my videos. More often than not, I'm pretty much just following trends I see mixed with content I find to be original. There's a number of YouTubers who I believe I've mentioned a few times in my past videos, but for those of you new to the channel, I'll explain them further. First up, Vanos Gaming. I discovered his channel in 7th grade and I loved the older videos on his channel. His Skate 3, Black Ops 2, and Minecraft videos were by far my favorites due to the sound effects, music, and overall silly tone. He was the inspiration for the funny moments videos on my channel, which looking back now are actually pretty cringeworthy. Most of the games I played that followed this model were based on ones I saw Evan and his friends playing, like Gmod. I pretty much equated lots of sound effects and funny music with popular games, which ultimately didn't work for me. Another huge YouTuber I was inspired by was Markiplier. If you look at some of my older videos, the all caps titles plus name of game format is very similar to the older content on his channel. The third topic I want to talk about is how I met my friends on YouTube. If you go to my channel, you'll see I have like 5 or 6 people listed, but there's a few more who I omitted due to their channel being based on their full name. Keep this in mind, I've met all of these people in real life first and then happened to find their YouTube channel. One sad reality is that, as much as I call them my friends, I've never actually played with any of them on my channel. Granted, I will try to make a video with one of my friends, but based on how college has been going so far, it may be months before that happens. Anyway, the first person I met through YouTube was Archangel AO. He and I were in the same homeroom freshman year. He helped me make my first channel, and a lot of my earliest videos were dedicated to him. Unfortunately, he ended up transferring to a different school my junior year. I haven't heard much from him since then, and his channel hasn't been all that active in recent months. The second guy I met who has the most subscribers out of my friends is Typhlosion for President. Like Archangel, I met him my freshman year of high school, and he was one of my first subscribers. I was really surprised when he told me his channel had over 27,000 subscribers. And as far back as I can remember, he never once wanted to do a face cam, making it difficult for me to want to record videos with him. When I first met him, I thought he was a little eccentric to say the least. Currently, his channel has over 1 million subscribers, which is insane. Despite having a channel that posts nothing but Super Mario related content, I imagine he makes quite a bit of money off of them. The third YouTuber I met was Epic Gap. I met him and everyone I previously mentioned my freshman year of high school, and like Archangel, he was one of the kids in my homeroom. He primarily posted Call of Duty content, most notably Advanced Warfare, back when it came out. I haven't reached out to him in a pretty long time, and I believe he changed his channel name since freshman year. Really nice guy, it was a pleasure to meet him. One of the YouTubers I've met who I've known the longest is JBop3MM. He and I go way back, I think all the way back to when we were in the same kindergarten class. He and I were in the same Cub Scout troop back in elementary school, but due to extenuating circumstances, both of us ended up transferring to a different troop where we both got our Eagle ranks. Part of the reason I mentioned him is because he inspired me to build my own custom PC. A few months before his dad passed away, we were over at his house and he showed me his really sweet custom rig. I built my own this summer of 2016, which I'll tell you all about in a bit. One of the last people I want to mention is my ex-girlfriend who is part of the channel Madam Chair. I met her when we worked as lifeguards at the same pool. She is an incredible artist and animator and actually designed my channel's old logo. Unfortunately, I ended up having to replace it because it was too hard to see. We broke up about 1.5 years ago, but we still chat every once in a while. Finishing off the episode, I just want to leave you with some random facts about me and my channel. First, you can't probably tell by looking at me, but I'm actually mostly German and Irish. I'm also part French, part Italian, and I recently discovered I'm also a tiny bit Native American. Second, I actually write and compose my own hip-hop songs. I typically make the beats in GarageBand and upload the songs to a SoundCloud account. I've never really thought of going pro, especially not with the time and energy that would entail. I'll leave a link to my SoundCloud in the description below if you guys are interested. Number 3. Some of you might be wondering where the name for my channel actually came from. The name for my channel comes from my initials along with my school's mascot. Most of my channel names were usually based on my age, hence why so many of them ended in 14 or 15. 4. As I said earlier, I built my own custom PC 2.5 years ago. Since I obviously forgot to make that special custom PC reveal video I promised years ago, here's the full list of parts I used for the build. Corsair Spec Alpha case, Intel i5 6500 processor without a fan, GA Z170 XP SLI motherboard, Western Digital 1TB hard disk drive, Corsair 750M power supply, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, Cooler Master Devastator keyboard, Logitech G502 Proteus core mouse, and a Logitech 22-inch IPS monitor. In total, this ended up costing me about $800 worth of parts. This was saved up from 2.5 months of work that summer, and as cheap as it is, most games run really well on it, including Fortnite. Number 5. I've played a ton of games you guys likely haven't seen videos of. I'll leave a full list of them in the description as well. I recently ordered a Google Cardboard headset, so I hope to start making some VR videos in the next few weeks. Number 6. So far, my most viewed and most disliked video was my Vanoss Gaming logo origami video. At 300 views, it is one of 5 videos I've made that's gotten into the triple digits. Number 7. The longest amount of time I've ever spent on editing a video would have to be my Team Fortress 2 video. What happened was, I was originally going to do a sort of charity live stream for National Red Nose Day, but had no idea about how to set the stream up. I pretty much ended up with a 2 GB video file 4 hours long. Although that's a typical amount for a professional YouTuber to work with, it's one video as opposed to several videos that make that up. Number 8. I've only recently started using Adobe Premiere Elements to edit some of my videos. For instance, my Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, Minecraft, and my somewhat recent Call of Duty 4 video were all edited with it. Number 9. My old outro songs have been I'm Back by Eminem, Nothing But a G Thing by Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, and Go Figure by Dual Core. Number 10. Believe it or not, I actually have a world record for LEGO Star Wars 2, the original trilogy for the Game Boy Advance. Even though I provided a complete run 2 months after the first video, the original one still has more views. Interesting. Number 11. In the past, I often thought of expanding my channel in different ways, especially in terms of what type of content I'd upload. Before I left for college, I was hoping to do a Magic the Gathering mini-series discussing my favorite cards and decks, a music series where I try and play songs on a guitar, a podcast or review section, vlogs, or doing an everything wrong with approach to the videos on my channel. 12. The reasons I privatized most of my old videos were because of awful editing quality or that they tried way too hard to be along the lines of content more popular YouTubers made. Wow, this video took a long time to make. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later.